Who I am. I'm the original Lola from the Copacabana. Who remembers Barry Manilow? Hey, okay. Barry Manilow wrote this song about me a long time ago, and it's a true story. Most of the song, but when I was a Copa girl, I was a dancer. I loved dancing. I was 36, 26. 36. You ladies can relate. Who's in my age group here? Now, you get up one day, you're 42 long. I don't know when this happened. And now I got a couple of slinkies. Bada bing, bada boom. But, guys, don't ever use the F word to us ladies that got a little chubby now. Never use the word, ladies, what is it? Fat. We're just, if you want to use an F word, use fluffy. Right? And, you can use juicy, you can use thick, because there's more bounce to the ounce. I like my skinny friends, but a lot of you skinny friends don't smile too much because you're hungry. Have a sandwich at this stage. So anyway, that's just part of it. Now, most of us ladies here know what it is to go through the damn menopause. You guys don't have a clue. Now, it was bad enough when you went through menopause. Now I don't know what I'm going through at this age, but anybody here walk in a room and they don't know what they're in there for? I can't take it. Look, now I'm doing this 30 years, guys. Now I gotta have a cheat sheet. Please forgive me because I don't want to forget what I'm talking about. I don't know. Let me see. What am I gonna talk about? Oh, okay. Now, when we were 12 and 13 ladies, guys, you gotta learn something here. We were taught that we were gonna, become women, right? Right, girls like our mothers. Nobody tells us when we're going through menopause that we're gonna start looking like our fathers. The first time, girls, that I got a chin in my hair, I'm screaming to my boyfriend, "What is this? Take this out, take this out." He says, "Which one? Which one?" When do we get a mustache and chin hairs? When did this happen? How many bad things can happen to us girls? You guys don't get it. All you gotta do is get dressed and go out. Do you know what we go through? Some of us chubby ladies, we have to push it up, push it in. Some of us wear girdles, then your bust is 2 sizes bigger now, but not in a good way. And, okay, I don't even want to talk about menopause because it just pisses me off. Now you guys here, don't make fun of us because you're flipping and flopping too. We never say we don't love you or he's too fat. I'm gonna look around here. You all have that spare tire, and not for nothing. When you guys go on the toilet to go to the bathroom, your junk hits that water, you can make a cup of tea. So, we're not, am I right? Am I right? This is my pet peeve. I got ladies of all sizes. I got ladies with big boobs. These poor ladies have to put bras on, push it in, push it out. And then a lot of people wear thongs. When we were skinny, the old days we wore like just a thong. You guys don't know what we had to go through. Not to have a panty line. Did you ever see any ladies fixing this or fixing that? Did you ever see that? Now, girls, stick up for me now.
Yeah.
How many of you, all your men do it and you guys don't tell me you don't do it? When you leave the house, all you gotta do is put on a pair of shorts, right? Then you gotta put on a shirt and a pair of pants. Can't you fix it? Pick a side, left or right. Do we have to watch us in the street walking and fixing it? Ladies, clap before you guys do it. I never see any girls do it. I've never seen one girlfriend fix it. Now, right now I gotta fix it, but I go in the bathroom and I fix it. You all do it. It's not a sexual thing, but we don't have to look at it. I'm sick of this. So I don't want you to make fun of us because it's not a nice thing. Well, anyway, now getting back to my stories. I have no stories for you. Now, when I moved here 15 years ago, I thought I'd meet a nice guy. It would be so easy. Now look, I came from New York, but I'm sure all of us ladies, most of us are the same age group. When we were 18, 19, 20, most of us got married in the old days when we were young. You met a guy at a dance, He bought you a drink, you danced all night. Then he called you on what's called a telephone. Remember, I lived home. We didn't go live on our own when we were 18 and 19. You went in the closet with the and you went he called you every night for an hour, and you were so romantic. None of this, excuse the word shit, but I have to say it. What's up with this texting baloney? This is what you get today. They're so romantic, the guys today. You know, and then they courted you. They took you to dinner. You know what dinner is, guys? When you feed the girl. They took you dancing. Then maybe they took you to Orchard Beach, we used to go, and maybe kiss in the car. And then if it was good, you even went to breakfast. Okay, now I moved to Florida. Nothing against the guys in Florida. No dinner. No dancing, forget that. No breakfast. You know what they want to do, girls? They want to meet you on the beach and watch the sun come down. Or, now get a load of me, girls. They want to walk in the woods and look at nature. Do I look like I like nature? So they're just cheap. I want you girls to forget those guys. So now I moved to Florida. And I meet, one of my friends says, I want you to meet somebody. I went on a blind date. It was a blind date. He came with the dog. I had to drive. I don't want to drive. The dog's on my lap. I'm not prejudiced, but I don't want to drive. Then the next guy, I don't want to say he was old, but he had the oxygen thing. I had to pull the oxygen thing. And then another guy somebody fixes me up with. I don't know what they're doing to me. He was cute. He wasn't bad, girls. You know, I miss kissing and hugging. I like that stuff. The only thing is, I got the first hickey I ever got in 30 years. The only thing, when I get upstairs, he left his teeth in my neck. So that was the end of it. So now, I want to ask you. Now I want to ask you girls, there's nothing wrong with this. I said, well, let me try going online. Anybody ever go online? Don't lie, girls. I'm not the only one. Come on. Just go online. Okay, so now I go online, and I meet a real nice one. I got lucky. But he was an hour and a half away. So he was a pilot at the time. He wasn't retired. And he says to me, he would call me every night, and I said, look, I'm really not interested. You're too far. Because every time I met a guy that was far, they want to come in, they stay over on my couch. So he says, no, and we were talking though. He used to call me every night. He wasn't off too much because he had all kinds of hours. So he says, look, I want to meet you. He says, I'll stay in a hotel. I says, wow, this guy must be serious then, right? So every time we went out, he stayed at the hotel. So this went on like for 6 weeks. Now girls, I believe in the 90-day rules. Look, you could have a one-night stand, that's fine, girls. But if you really want to meet somebody, you know, you don't give it up so fast. You got to make them fall for you first. Yeah. So, you know, so I says, but I believe in the 90-day rule. But at my age, I don't know if I got 90 days. I says, let me cut it down. So after 6 weeks, I said, well, I'm going to have to make a move because he's not making a move, you know. So he takes me home. Can you guys hear me out there? Okay. He takes me home. I go inside. I put on the candles. I put on the music. I sit on the couch. I snuggle up next to him. Puts his arm around me, and he slides his arm down my side. Finally, he's doing something. Then his hand comes down to my waist. All right, it's getting closer. Now he puts his hand on my thigh. Oh, this is it. And then nothing. I says, honey, what happened? He says, oh, no, Lola, I found a remote. Thank you. So now I said, I'm going to have to do something here. So I said, look, honey, how would you like some super sex? He says, oh, thank you, Lola. I'll take the soup. You guys are laughing, but you don't even know how. So now I want to ask you, I want to ask you guys a question. Where do you guys go? Because I've been on like 50 cruises. I love cruising. I never met a guy. I keep meeting ladies. Not for nothing, ladies. Stop wanting to be my friend. I got enough lady friends at the time. I'm looking for a guy. I'm being honest. Where do you meet a good guy? Where do you guys go? You guys, where do you go on vacation? Over here. There's a couple of guys here. Where do you go on vacation?
Wait outside your waiting room.
Oh, now you're telling me? Yeah. Seriously, no matter where I ever went, I used to go to Puerto Rico, I love dancing, but I never met guys. I never met any guys. Now, the last cruise I was on, this is a while ago, I'm on the cruise, and I was doing a show there with some people, and they said, all right, we're going to meet at the piano bar a certain time, 9 o'clock, whatever. I go down to the piano bar, I'm sitting there. Nobody's yet there yet, so I'm sitting there and I said, hey, and I hear somebody say, how you doing? And I'm looking around, I don't see anybody. He says, wow, you're really hot with that red hair. I really like that hair, it's wild. So now, I said, wow, I'm looking around, who the hell's flirting here, finally? And then I heard him say, you know, you're not so bad looking for an old broad. So now, the only person I see is the bartender. Now, he's about 30 years old, but like I say, ladies, you could do what you want. He's 30, I'm whatever. And nobody knows me on the cruise, so I figured, hey, if he dies, he dies. What the hell, I'll take a shot. So I called him over, I says, come here, cutie. Can I ask you something? He says, sure. I says, were you flirting with Lola? He says, oh no, dear, it must be our complimentary nuts. So, anyway, yeah, well that's all right, lady, because wait, I'm going to tell you now, because I got a good one. So now I'm going to tell you ladies something. Now, this is for my ladies here now. How many single ladies? I got a lot of single ladies, nice ladies, nice ladies. A certain age group, you're in my age category. Now listen, ladies. I went to bars my whole life. I went to nightclubs, this and that. That's okay for another generation. Now we want to meet a good man. I got a good man. He was a widower. You gotta look for a widower. I'm not even joking now. Now I want to help my ladies. I'm serious now. When you are a certain age, girls, we want a good man. And the bar guys, if they're still in a bar at 60 years old and up, they're either gamblers, they're drinkers, nothing against that, but they're not looking to be settled. If they're not settled by now, they're not looking. So this is what I want you ladies to do. You want to write this down or pay attention. I want you to go, listen to me now, I'm serious for you girls. I want to help the ladies. Guys, you could talk among yourselves. Ladies, I want you to go to the cemetery. Don't laugh now. I want you to look around and you see a nice guy. When he leaves, go see when he lost his wife. If it was 2 weeks ago, no, he's not ready. It's got to be about a year ago and better, okay? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to say hello every week. Now, then next time you go, ladies, I want you to bring him a casserole. When you bring him the casserole, you're going to say, you know, I don't know how to cook for one. You know, I just thought maybe you could like something to eat. And I'm guaranteeing you ladies, the next time you go to the cemetery, he's going to bring you back the casserole pot. And he's going to take you to coffee, if he's a decent guy, he'll take you to coffee. Now I want you to invite the guy to dinner. Now listen, girls, this is how I got my guy. Pay attention. Over 60, it's not about sex. That's not number one, like when they're 20, 30, 40. They want to eat, these guys. I want you to invite him for dinner. Now listen to me. I want you to invite him to dinner on Sunday. I want you to make him a sauce. Listen to me. Pay attention now. Don't open a bottle of ragu. Come over, ladies, to see me later. I want you to put in meatballs, and don't go buy the meatballs in Publix. You're going to make meatballs. You're going to make sausage. You're going to make a brajol. You're going to put a little action into this. Then you're going to simmer it for 3 hours. Are you listening now? When I made this for my guy, and then I even buy the Italian macaroni, that really, oh God, because that's nice and light. When that guy walked in the house, ladies, I wish it for you. Because his eyes were twirling so much, I couldn't wipe the smile off his face. Now it's 10 years later, ladies. He put a ring on it. So I wish it all for you, and I want to thank you for coming out and seeing me. And then I want to just say God bless, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this show, which is wonderful comedians. Thank you for coming and seeing me.
Hey guys, how about Lola? Damn! Baby girl, you crushed it in the industry. One more jam for Lola. You rocked. How we doing, okay?